football, and this is definitely a criticism that can be directed at the English, is being slightly taken away from working class, a bit patronising, and it's a sort of disparate group now, but actually the traditional fans. So when you do get a chance to fill a ground, fill it.
Especially if you're not going to show the 3 o'clock games on a Saturday.
Oh wow!
Can we go there? Or?
You can, absolutely. I mean,
what's that about? I mean,
okay, right. The finals on Friday. I've got Christmas on Monday. I've then got 14 matches over the holiday period. It will probably take me about 2 weeks to explain the vagaries of the English football system. So 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon was traditionally there, so factory workers could go to the game and work hard during the week. So part of the Industrial Revolution.
You'd have to be in the Gulf to watch Brentford versus Brighton if that whets your palate on a Saturday at 3 p.m.
Yeah, I mean, the whole idea of keeping the 3 p.m. free of televised games in the UK, of the elite games, is so that it doesn't affect the tendencies of clubs down the pyramid.
Okay, so that was the strategy behind it.
So Chelsea, they wouldn't want their Chelsea game shown at 3 o'clock because live, because it might affect Fulham when they were not in the same division, their attendance if they were playing at 3 o'clock. Having said that, they wouldn't, because the police wouldn't allow them to play at the same time anyway.
So if they showed it on TV,
you can't show a 3 o'clock game.
I know you can't, but in a world, let's hypothetically say that if Sky Sports had 10 different channels and one for each, whatever, if you had access to it the way NBA has, NBA League Pass, if they had that facility available for purchase, would that affect the attendance of matches?
Well, this is a huge debate about whether it affects. I mean, you know what we're like in England. You've got 92 professional clubs, and probably half the National League are pretty much professional. People are so passionate, so tribal. You know, I mean, one of the worst things you can do in England is to say, I used to be a Chelsea fan, but now I'm a Manchester United fan. You cannot change. You know, in life, you can change your job, you can change your partner, you cannot change your club. That's a slightly simplistic football way of looking at life, but I think it's true. So coming back to the 3 o'clock, this is really technical stuff. But the irony is that effectively the decision won't have to be taken, because Sky, with a new television contract, they have so many games on Sunday. They'll have games on Friday night. They'll have games at 12:30 UK time on a Saturday and in the evening. That actually there'll probably only be 1 or 2 games that kick off at the traditional time at 3 o'clock on a Saturday. So kind of that argument is slightly going.
Probably pisses off the players if they're not on the game that's shown on TV. Everyone wants to be shown. Everyone wants to showcase. Yeah. Everyone's a brand. Players are now our brands, aren't they?
They are, but all the games. I mean, I wrote a book on England about sort of 7-8 years ago, and I spent a sort of slightly lively day in a pub in Santa Monica and in California, just watching game after game after game, which you can do. You can't.
Fox, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I think it might have been NBC or Fox. Yeah, one of the two. Yeah. Probably Fox.
Yeah.
And you know, it was huge. Absolutely, there would be an appetite. But I mean, I was in here in a cafe round the corner from here, and I was watching a rerun of Brentford against Aston Villa, and I was just coming back to your point about players as a brand. They're global anyway. They're known. Their matches are being shown around the world, and you see it. I mean, Manchester City, when they arrive here, you know, the reception they get, or wherever they go around the world, and they're with Manchester City, not yet. You know, they're not in Liverpool or Manchester United's league in terms of global appeal. But yeah, players, and it's interesting, players, it's becoming very much player-shaped in terms of the younger generation are following players more. So Ronaldo leaves Manchester United, their numbers go down, he joins, you know, he comes out to Saudi, their numbers go up. So, you know, he's huge.
Great case study that. Would you like to witness a world where excuse me, no problem. Would you like to see the day where consumers have the option to purchase a match to watch if it's not televised, instead of waiting for match of the day, end of the day?
The majority of matches you can, pretty much. I mean, it's probably about 2/3 of the next television deal that you can watch live. I think ultimately, I mean, that's what the Glazers were hoping for. That's what a lot of the American owners were hoping for, that they could actually stream their games live. And their argument is, why should we split the television money fairly equitably between 20 clubs who some of them are corner shops and some of them are one of your famous 350 shopping malls, much sort of bigger. So, yeah, I can see that. But then the strange thing about the Premier League is it's a celebration of capitalism, but it actually runs slightly on communist lines in terms of the sharing around of the profits and the revenue. And it works because if you strengthen the weakest team, they might give the league leader a bloody nose. That's great. That adds to the sporting jeopardy, and that's why it's the best sporting league in the world, let alone football league in the world, because on any given day you could have an ambush.